Welcome back to Take the Leap Management, the podcast where we explore the ideas, challenges, and innovations shaping the world of management and projects. If you've been following our series on AI in portfolio management, you already know how transformative artificial intelligence can be for project management, resource allocation, and strategy development. Today's episode dives into a topic that's both challenging and exciting. Enhancing risk management with AI. Risk management is an essential part of project success, but let's face it, it's also one of the most complex aspects. With AI entering the picture, we're seeing entirely new ways to identify, assess, and mitigate risks. So, let's break it down and explore how AI is changing the game and where its limitations might still hold us back. Let's start with the basics. At its core, risk management is about dealing with uncertainty. Every project faces unknowns, whether it's related to budget overruns, resource availability, stakeholder alignment, or external factors like economic shifts or natural disasters. The traditional approach to managing these risks involves a mix of historical data analysis, expert judgment, and sometimes just plain gut feeling. While these methods have served us well, they're not foolproof. Historical data can be incomplete or irrelevant to current conditions, and human judgment is, well, human, prone to biases and limited by our inability to process massive amounts of information. This is where AI steps in, offering capabilities that can significantly enhance how we approach risk. One of the most powerful applications of AI in risk management is predictive analytics. Imagine you're managing a global supply chain for a major product launch. Traditional risk assessments might focus on known factors, say, suppliers' past performance or typical shipping times. Predictive analytics, however, takes a much broader view. AI can analyze not just historical data, but also real-time inputs from sources like weather forecasts, geopolitical developments, and even social media sentiment. This holistic analysis enables AI to flag risks that might not even be on your radar yet. For instance, let's say a key supplier is located in a region experiencing political instability. While this might not have been flagged as a critical risk in a manual assessment, an AI system could detect patterns indicating potential disruptions, like a spike in reports of strikes or road closures. Armed with this information, you could proactively secure alternative suppliers, or adjust production timelines, potentially saving millions of dollars and avoiding customer dissatisfaction. Another example comes from the construction industry. A global firm used AI-powered risk management software to monitor thousands of variables across their projects. The system flagged a potential delay caused by a predicted shortage of a critical material. The team was able to respond quickly, securing additional suppliers and preventing a domino effect of delays across their portfolio. The beauty of AI in these scenarios is its ability to sift through vast amounts of data, identify subtle patterns, and deliver actionable insights, often faster than any human team could. But identifying risks is just the beginning. AI also excels at assessing and mitigating those risks. Traditional methods often rely on scoring systems or heat maps that estimate the likelihood and impact of risks. While these tools are useful, they can oversimplify complex scenarios. AI, on the other hand, uses machine learning algorithms to analyze risks in far greater detail. It can consider multiple variables simultaneously, account for interdependencies, and provide dynamic, data-driven assessments. Take software development as an example. In a large-scale project, bugs are inevitable, But not all bugs are created equal. Some might cause minor inconveniences, while others could crash the entire system. AI models trained on historical data can predict which parts of the code are most likely to produce critical errors. This allows teams to focus their resources on high-risk areas, reducing both the likelihood of major issues and the time spent on less critical ones. It's not just about solving problems, it's about prioritizing effectively. Then there's scenario planning, another area where AI truly shines. Traditional scenario planning involves creating a limited number of what-if scenarios based on assumptions about how certain variables might play out. AI takes this concept to a whole new level by running thousands or even millions of simulations, each accounting for different combinations of variables. This allows managers to explore a much wider range of potential outcomes and prepare for even the most unlikely scenarios. For example, an energy company might use AI to model how various climate events could impact their renewable energy projects. By analyzing data on weather patterns, energy consumption trends, and infrastructure vulnerabilities, the AI system could generate detailed scenarios for everything from prolonged heat waves to sudden storms. These insights enable the company to design systems that are more resilient, reducing downtime and protecting their bottom line. In industries where the stakes are high, this level of foresight can make the difference between success and failure. Of course, no discussion of AI in risk management would be complete without addressing its limitations. Despite its incredible capabilities, AI is not a panacea. One of the biggest challenges is data quality. AI models are only as good as the data they're trained on, and if that data is incomplete, biased, or outdated, the insights will be flawed. This is particularly problematic in industries that are rapidly evolving, where yesterday's data might not accurately reflect today's realities. For example, in a tech startup environment where innovation cycles are fast and disruption is constant, relying on historical data might not provide meaningful insights. AI systems in these contexts need to be continuously updated with fresh data, which can be both time-consuming and resource-intensive. Another challenge is interpretability. AI systems, particularly those using deep learning, can be something of a black box. They produce results, but don't always explain how they arrived at those conclusions. For decision makers, this lack of transparency can be a significant hurdle. In high-stakes situations, say deciding whether to halt a major project based on an AI-generated risk score, understanding the why behind the recommendation is just as important as the recommendation itself. This is an area where human judgment still plays a critical role. Let's also not forget the ethical considerations. AI systems are designed by humans, which means they can inherit human biases. If the training data reflects existing inequalities or blind spots, the AI's risk assessments might reinforce those issues. For instance, if an AI tool is used to evaluate the risk of lending money in certain regions, and the historical data reflects discriminatory practices, the AI could perpetuate those biases, even if unintentionally. And then there's the human factor. AI can provide insights, but it's up to people to act on them. Risk management isn't just about numbers and predictions. It's also about communication, negotiation, and decision-making. A project manager needs to take the insights generated by AI and translate them into actionable plans that align with organizational goals. This requires a blend of technical knowledge, strategic thinking, and emotional intelligence, qualities that no algorithm can replicate. So, where does this leave us? The integration of AI into risk management is not about replacing humans, but augmenting their capabilities. AI handles the heavy lifting of data analysis, prediction, and scenario modeling, freeing up human managers to focus on strategy, creativity, and leadership. It's a partnership. And when it works well, the results can be extraordinary. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought. The future of risk management isn't about eliminating uncertainty. It's about mastering it. AI gives us the tools to understand risks in ways we never could before, but it's up to us to use those tools wisely. The risks will always be there, but with the right approach, they can become opportunities for growth, innovation, and resilience. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Take the Leap Management. If you found today's discussion insightful, I encourage you to subscribe and share it with others who might benefit from these ideas. Until then, keep taking the leap, and remember, the future of management is in your hands.